Welcome to GEDprep AI Tutor. Today we're diving into one of the most tricky but super common parts of the test, word problems. Let's start with problem 1. Farhana's produce company distributes fruits and vegetables to several restaurants. The table shows how many cases each restaurant ordered in July. Delivery costs $2 per case for the first 5 cases and $1 per case for each additional case. The question asks, what was Restaurant B's delivery charge in July? First, let's start by reading carefully and underlining key details. Underline $2 per case for the first 5 cases. That's our first rate. Underline $1 per case for each additional case. That's our second rate. Now circle Restaurant B. That's the one we'll focus on, and in the question, box the phrase delivery charge. That's what we need to calculate. Remember to note in the margin, tiered pricing, 2 rates. In every word problem, we always stop and ask 2 things. What is given, and what do I need to find? So what is given in the problem? We're told the cost rule, $2 per case for the first 5, and $1 for each additional case. And what do we need to find? The total delivery cost for Restaurant B in July. Now, let's look at the table and find the data for Restaurant B. We'll add them up. 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 equals 13 cases in total. Next, let's apply the tiered pricing rule. We know the first 5 cases cost $2 each. That's 5 times 2 equals $10. Now we have 13 minus 5 equals 8 remaining cases. Those cost $1 each, so 8 times 1 equals $8. Finally, let's add both parts together. $10 plus $8 equals $18 total. So Restaurant B's delivery charge is $18. Now let's move on to problem 2. And we're still working from the same table in Farhana's produce company. This time, we are comparing how much money each restaurant spent on asparagus and tomatoes. The problem tells us asparagus costs $22 per case, and tomatoes cost $15 per case. Then the question asks, which restaurant spent the most on asparagus and tomatoes combined? Let's highlight the important information just like we did before. Underline the sentence, asparagus costs $22 per case, and underline, tomatoes cost $15 per case. Now circle the words asparagus and tomatoes because those are the only 2 items we are counting. And in the question, box the clues, spent the most and combined. That tells us we'll have to add the 2 totals together and compare across restaurants. Again, we ask, what is given? Asparagus, $22 per case. Tomatoes, $15 per case. What do we need to find? The restaurant with the highest combined cost of asparagus plus tomatoes. Now, let's use the table to find the cost for each restaurant. For each one, we multiply. Asparagus cases times $22 and tomato cases times $15. Then, we add those 2 results to get the total spending. For example, Restaurant A, 2 times $22 plus 3 times $15 equals $89. Restaurant B, 4 times $22 plus 1 times $15 equals $103. Restaurant C, 0 times 22 plus 3 times 15 equals $45. Restaurant D, 1 times 22 plus 4 times 15 equals $82. Restaurant E, 3 times 22 plus 1 times 15 equals $81. Now we compare all those totals. Which restaurant spent the most money? Restaurant B, with $103 spent on asparagus and tomatoes. Go ahead and circle that result. So our final answer is Restaurant B spent the most overall, with $103. Download the app by using the link in the description or by searching GEDprep AI Tutor in the App Store and Google Play to access more exam-like practice tests. Let's look at Problem 3. At a certain store, loose leaf paper comes only in packages of 500 sheets. If a student buys enough paper to fill 4 binders with 200 sheets each, the question asks, how many sheets will be left over? First, let's highlight our key details. Underline the sentence. Each package contains 500 sheets. Then underline 4 binders with 200 sheets each. In the margin, write a quick note. Total used equals 4 times 200 equals 800. That tells us how many sheets the student will actually put into the binders. Now move to the question and box the phrase left over. That's our keyword. It means we'll be doing subtraction or working with remainders. Let's organize the information. What is given? Each binder holds 200 sheets. One package contains 500 sheets. The student is filling 4 binders. What do we need to find? The number of sheets left over after filling all 4 binders. To find out how much paper is required, multiply the number of binders by the sheets in each one. 4 times 200 equals 800 sheets needed. Next, ask yourself, how many 500-sheet packages do I need to reach at least 800? One package gives 500, which isn't enough. 2 packages give 1,000 sheets. That covers everything. Now, subtract what was used from what was bought. 1,000 minus 800 equals 200. That means there are 200 sheets left over. Let's double-check if the answer makes sense. The leftover should be less than 1 full pack, and 200 is less than 500. So our result is reasonable. Remember, when a problem uses the phrase left over, always look for division or subtraction with a remainder. Think, total available minus total used. Let's look at Problem 4, Cupcake Batches. 3 friends are baking cupcakes for a bake sale. Each batch of 30 cupcakes requires 4 cups of flour. They have a single 6-pound bag of flour that contains 18 cups total. The question asks, how many whole batches of cupcakes can they bake? First, let's highlight the important information. Underline, each batch of 30 cupcakes requires 4 cups of flour. That shows the amount of flour per batch. Then underline, the bag contains 18 cups. That's the total flour available. This is how many times one fits into the other. Problem. Because we'll need to figure out how many times 4 cups fit into 18 cups. Now, box the words whole batches. That phrase tells us to only count complete batches. No partial batches allowed. So one batch uses 4 cups of flour, and the total available is 18 cups. We're trying to find how many batches that equals. We can think of it like this. If one batch of cupcakes needs 4 cups of flour, then with 18 cups of flour, how many batches can you make? It means for every 4 cups, you can make 1 batch. We're trying to find how many batches correspond to 18 cups. The equation 1 batch divided by 4 cups equals question marks. Batches divided by 18 cups sets up a proportion, 2 ratios that must be equal. When 2 ratios are equal, we can solve for the unknown by cross-multiplying and dividing. Multiply diagonally, then divide horizontally. 18 times 1 divided by 4 equals 4, remainder 2. Let's solve it step by step. 18 times 1 equals 18. Then 18 divided by 4 equals 4, remainder 2. So they can make 4 whole batches, with 2 cups of flour left over. Let's check to be sure. One batch needs 4 cups. If we have 18 cups, that's 4 full sets of 4 cups, 16 cups total, and a little left over, 2 cups. So the answer is 4 whole batches. Remember, whenever you compare 2 quantities like this, and you want to find how many times one fits into the other, you can use the cross-multiply and divide rule. Let's move to the last problem. Problem 5. Health insurance savings. A certain health insurance plan costs $4,000 per year for a family of 6. Each member of the family has $800 in medical expenses each year, and the plan pays 100% of those expenses. The question asks, how much will the family save by purchasing the plan? Let's underline our key details. First, underline plan costs $4,000 per year. Then underline each member has $800 in medical expenses. Circle the phrase 100% of those expenses. That means the insurance covers all the medical costs. The family pays nothing extra. In the margin, write a quick note. Compare two totals. Find the difference means savings. Now, move to the question and box the word save. This word tells us what operation we'll use. We'll subtract the smaller total from the larger one to find how much money the family saves. Let's start by finding the total cost if the family did not have insurance. There are 6 family members, and each spends $800 on medical bills. Multiply 6 times 800 equals 4,800. So without insurance, they would spend $4,800. Next, find the cost with the insurance plan. The plan costs a flat rate of $4,000 per year. Write that down. Insurance premium equals $4,000. Now we compare the two totals. Without the plan, the family pays $4,800. With the plan, they pay $4,000. The difference between these two numbers is the amount they save. Subtract 4,800 minus 4,000 equals 800. That means the family saves $800 by purchasing the insurance plan. Go ahead and write that answer clearly in your notes. We've just completed 5 common types of GED math word problems. Every word problem follows the same thinking pattern. Read carefully, highlight what's given, identify what's needed, choose the operation, and check if your answer makes sense. That's how you turn long sentences into clear math steps, just like we did here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to access more interesting lessons and practice tests. Download GEDprep AI Tutor on the App Store and Google Play for more useful materials.